Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Good to see you all here. What's going on, Dragonic, Anne Marie, that transition maker, Kiro, Mighty Munchkin, Big Cheese Thrifts. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're all having a great week. Yeah, let's get started. Let's see if we can get this Latios today and start the Latios. Let's see, first check of the day is not shiny. What's going on, Stellar King, Taylor, YouTube, and Evie Queen? What's up, Kristen? How are you? Good to see you. Hope you've been well. How was everybody's week? Did anything fun happen to you this week? Did anything not fun happen to you this week? Did anything just like normal happen this week? Let me know. I'm better by hanging in there. It's been a while. How are you? It's going pretty well, Kristen. Thanks for asking. Work's been busy, but I guess that's a good thing, right? You ate breakfast every day. Good job, transition maker. But Kristen, I hope it gets better. Hope it gets better for you. Shiny Cornholio, what's going on? Good to see you. You injured your finger on Monday. Uh-oh. On vacation for 2 weeks. Sweet. I'd like to have a vacation someday. It's pretty normal minus the shoulder. Any updates, Kiro? Any updates on that? Anything getting better? Yeah, I don't have any vacations planned as of right now, but my mom is coming in next week, or this upcoming week, I should say. She should be here next Friday, staying for a week for Mother's Day week, because, mom can't just have Mother's Day. She's got to have Mother's Week. Shiny Cornholio with the 17 months of membership. May the 4th be with us all. Only 2 days away, or no, 1 day away. That's tomorrow. That also reminds me of something else I'm going to say after I read the rest of the comments. Transition Maker, you eat Reese's peanut butter pretzels. Interesting. I like peanut butter cups. I like Reese's Pieces. I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter pretzel like them. I gotta check that out. Still hurts. Not nearly the same level as before, but still hurting. I'm sorry, Kiro. Will we get a Hefty Mom stream next week? Maybe. Maybe. It depends on her schedule and my schedule. We'll see. Wednesday, you got Jumbo Shiny Growlithe and 3 checks. Congratulations. That's awesome. And super under odds. Yeah, thing I wanted to tell you guys about, if you didn't already know, if you weren't aware, today is also free comic book day. If you go to your local comic book store, you can pick up some free comic books, which is like about as cheap as they can get. German Aviator, what's going on? Good to see you. Archer, hello. And Gina Bina, what is up, my friend? So I'll be going to the comic book store after stream. I got to get my free my free comic book day stuff from Marvel. There's I think it's a Fantastic Four and X-Men, and then a Spider-Man and Ultimate Universe. I think those are the two free Marvel comics today. Yeah, and I think my store usually can pick up to 5 for free. They kind of put a limit on it just so there's enough to go around all day. I'll probably pick up like the DC Comics ones. I usually do, and then for my last one, I don't know. We'll see what they have there. Usually there's something that catches my eye that I don't typically read. 5110 for Regirock. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Dragonic. Cats keep trying to help you. That's sweet. At least you got good cats. We're almost out with the megas. Gina, I know we're so close. Who is doing Kangaskhan Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day? That's the official name. Kangaskhan Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day. Grow that comic book collection. I'm trying. How many plushies do I have? That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I haven't counted them in a while. I would say probably over 50. If I were to guess. I'll try and remember to count later on today. Gina's getting that Mega Kangaskhan. You need for your Mega Dex? Yeah, I know Gina does as well. Scalpers, when they go to Free Comic Book Day and say 5 per customer, yeah. That's another reason why they do it, right? Is they want to make sure that there's enough to go around for everybody. 2 left, Kangaskhan and Adina. Gina, can you imagine if you and I get the Mega Audino on the same day? You don't have a Pokemon group out here in Italy? I don't have one here either, Kiro. I'm with you. I'm sorry, buddy. Here's how dead my area is around here. So last Sunday was Vanillite Community Day, and one of the tasks I needed to do for one of my researches was win a showcase, which is like, you have to have like the biggest or the smallest Pokemon of a certain species in the area. And I won the showcase for largest Vanillite. It wasn't even close, and it wasn't even XXL. Why aren't you resetting? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong button, that's why. You'd name it after me? Oh my goodness gracious, that'd be crazy. You only need normal Kangaskhan for all 151 Kanto. I really like the Kangaskhan Shiny. You opened a 10-pack in Pocket for the new set today, nothing, but you did get a promo Rayquaza. Nice. I'm all set up to do to open up a 10-pack today with you guys of the Solgaleo packs. I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait until this weekend and open up a whole bunch of packs with you guys, but I just couldn't. You guys know how much I love Alola, so I couldn't help myself. I did open up a 10-pack of the Lunala packs, and I got 2 Lunala EX, 2 full art Tapu Leles, and 2 full art shiny Gengars. And then this morning I opened up a couple packs and I got the full art Alolan Executor and the full art. Oh, the full art Alolan Vulpix, which is really cute. Art in the new set's so good, it really is. Yeah, I'm really liking this set. This is probably my favorite set so far. Yeah, Eevee Queen, you and I, same boat, same boat. Absolutely, Gen 7 is the best. But like I've only opened a handful of like Solgaleo cards, like one pack at a time for the last couple of days. So I figured today we'll open up a 10-pack of Solgaleo since they opened up a 10-pack of Lunala the other day. Yeah, I was not expecting there to be shinies in this. I was shocked. My mouth was agog when I got a shiny Gengar. Thank goodness for the sparkles, otherwise I wouldn't have known it was shiny. Yeah, the full art Alolan Vulpix, right? German Aviator. It's a good looking card. What are the or is the immersive card in this set? Is there one immersive or two immersive? And what would that be? Alola Marowak was your chase card. Got lucky and oh, nice, nice. I like the Alola Marowak card. You also have Wishy Washy, EX, and Rainbow Outline. Nice. Home and set with Shiny Weather Trio. You might faint. You would. You would totally faint. You got the Solgaleo EX and Sophocles. Yeah, that Sophocles card you sent me looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the Solgaleo EX today. And maybe a couple full arts if we're really lucky a shiny. I don't have any delusions about me getting a gold card or an immersive card today because I just do not have any luck with those. Kings, welcome in. Not yet. We just started a few minutes ago, though. Holy smokes, it's already been 10 minutes. But I got a good feeling about today. I know I said I had a good feeling last Sunday, but I have an even gooder feeling today. And we do have a sub goal for the day. I'd like to get to 2080. That'd be pretty neat. You hate and love Emerald. Just really hate your emulator, but you pressed that reset button. Apparently, last time you saved was before the first gym, and you were at the second gym. Oh no! Yeah, constantly be saving. That's something that I have tried to remind myself. Is whenever I'm playing, just save constantly, especially after gyms, and certainly after shiny catches. You're here to bring the shiny luck? Well, thank you very much. I need it. We are over odds on this thing by over 200 checks. And Eevee Queen with the 21 months of membership. Look what I got. Thank you so much, Eevee Queen. Let's get some hype in the chat. It's been raining since yesterday. It's been wild. The winds got so bad yesterday. We saw a tree basically bend one way, touch the ground on the top of its leaves, and snap back and uproot. That's crazy. That's wild. It's not that bad here, but it has been raining for... I can't say it's been raining nonstop. How do I put this? It's been raining whenever I'm not at the office. When I'm at the office, it's been sunny. The backyard is getting ridiculous. I really need to mow. It's only been 2 weeks since I mowed, but it's already ridiculous. And I don't know when I'm going to get a chance. I know, Kristen, it's crazy. 3 freaking years. What's next after I get all the megas? Good question, Gina. Here's what we're going to do. After we get all the megas, and also that sub count just hit 2075. My goodness gracious, what a great milestone we just hit. If that was you, please let me know. Get us closer to that sub count goal of 2080 today. After we get all the megas, assuming we do it before ZA comes out, this shiny hunting channel is going to take a shiny hunting break. And we will be doing a Ultra Sun Nuzlocke. It'll be my first ever streamed Nuzlocke, and hopefully it'll be my first ever completed Nuzlocke. I started quite a few Nuzlocks in the past, but then I just lost interest and gave up and said, what am I doing to myself? This is silly. I can just continue playing the game. And 2076 on that sub count now. That's amazing. Kira with the 2 months of membership. Good luck with it. Thank you so much, Kira. Hope you can be a part of it too. I feel like we're probably going to be allowing chat to name the Pokemon. Something I don't typically do, but for Nuzlocke, why the heck not? Encroaching jungle sass in the backyard, and we got mowed like 2 weeks ago. Exactly. Taking a break of a while and doing something else. What you doing now, Mighty Munchkin? Might get a 3DS with Ultra Sun later this year. Nice. Wonderful game. Absolutely wonderful game. I am a little nervous about Ultra Necrozma, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully the RNG gods are good to us, and we can set up a good toxic stall tactic when we get there and not lose too many members. Get Pokemon Challenge on the phone. This man is doing Nuzlocke. You know, Gina, first off, I tip my hat to the Pokemon Challenges reference. He was probably one of the first No, he was. He was the first Twitch streamer I started watching several years ago. Him and I probably had the exact opposite of personalities, or at least on-stream personas, but I think he's amazing and absolutely brilliant. And I've learned so much from watching him. Dragonic, thank you so much for the like goal. Sharpedo, we're starting Manetric? Okay. I do not know that person, German Aviator. He's a fun watch. He is Gina. It was like a Super Bowl. It's so funny that this is such a strong memory to me. I have very vivid memories of the Saturday afternoon that he did the Elite Four in his final run on Emerald Kaizo. I actually planned my day about it. I got up in the morning. This is like way before I started streaming, maybe like close to a year before I started streaming. I got up in the morning, got my chores done, got some breakfast. Oh, it's a city. Oh no, I'm not familiar with that city. Um, Watched a little bit of TV. And then I think it was around lunchtime. I think I got like a delivery pizza, and I just like sat on the floor of my living room with my laptop in front of me, and just watched him beat the Elite Four and run 151 of Emerald Kaizo. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be naming Pokemon. We definitely will be naming Pokemon. I'm also I'm finalizing my idea of what to do about the starter. Good morning, Pokestar 101. My thought is I might do a wheel. I might do a wheel where like 90% of the wheel is like it's like okay, like this is what I mean. Like 30%, like I'll do a spin of the wheel. 30% will be Rowlet, 30% Litten, 30% Poplio, and then 5% my choice and 5% chat's choice. And so we'll have a poll set up for that day. And whatever is winning the poll, if it lands on that 5% chat's choice, that's what we will choose. I think that's the most fair way to do it. Yeah, exactly, Gina. 151 runs. It was crazy. I gained so much respect for Talo and Swallow watching him do Emerald Kaizo. It's insane. Technical Museum, and you go there next Saturday. Nice, German Aviator. That's cool. It'll just be a regular Nuzlocke. It won't be a shiny Nuzlocke. So like I said, I'll be taking a break from the shiny hunting. But after the Nuzlocke, we will be doing a shiny badge quest in either Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, including the starter. I don't feel too nervous about that because before I started streaming, when I was just, shiny hunting on my own, um, I successfully got 2 Tricos, a Mudkip, and a Torchic starter in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Um, so I feel pretty good about those. The resets are very quick. It's a 1 in 4096. We've done those on the channel before. So yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. MSA7, what's going on? Good to see you. There's the Myth, the Legend, the Concord, and the TU 144. Okay. I believe we've already done 56 checks. This is insane. 56 checks in 18 minutes. I love soft resetting. On Thursday, you opened a 10-pack and you got an Alolan Muck EX, Shiny Marowak EX, Full Art Turtonator, and a Shiny Execute. Dang! I need some of that luck. You'll touch the Concord? Nice. Softering's so fast. So fast. I know we're not going to get it. But I had this beautiful dream in my mind of Switch 2 bringing back the soft reset. Just hitting a button combination and just restarting the game from the title screen. Sadly, it ain't going to happen. Comic book shops gonna be 20% off all day. Nice. Yeah, that's another thing. Most local comic book shops on Free Comic Book Day will be having insane sales. If you are going, certainly worth checking out. Maybe like I'm sure they'll probably have like a box of dollar comics. That'll be worth checking out. Maybe even like two for $1. If your name might be Gina, maybe check out the trade paperbacks, graphic novels, and hardcovers. Those could be 20-30% off. Uh, but yeah, go support your local comic book shop today if you can, um, and get your free comic books. Sometimes you just think I'm an animal, but humans are just really advanced animals. Humans are indeed animals. That is true. Your name is Gina. Oh my gosh. Then maybe you should do that. Where is this? I almost said green dragon because the mega is green. Where is this yellow dragon at? Are there any other psychic dragons other than Latios and Latios? We are all animals. This is true. Psychic dragon. Is there any others? I'm trying to think. You would think a psychic dragon would be a legendary. I don't think there are. Are there? Am I forgetting one? Same place as Kem's Chimchar. I hope he gets that Chimchar soon. He deserves it. Plus, I'm ready to just see him play the game. I don't want to work the event, but also day off. True. You're legendary. Oh, Gina, you're gonna make me blush. It's too early in the morning for blushing. No, I mean Kem's Chimchar. I don't know who Kim is. I mean, I'm excited about us opening up 10 packs of Solgaleos, doing Guess the Plush, doing Guess the Marvel Superhero. It's gonna be a good time. Your mom. My mom is Kim? That's not her name. What's going on, Trenton? Excitement about the hunt, but then you get this Mendoza line of, okay, sort of over the hunt, let's play actually. Yeah, exactly. Y'all the same person, I swear. We are not the same person. Mim's Chimchar. Who's Mim? Wasn't there, not Secret of Mim. That's something different. Is there a movie or something with Mim in the name? Have to hop off here. Sister will be at the house soon. Nice hanging out for a bit. Good luck on the shiny. Evie Queen, thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you and your sister have a lovely day. Always good to see you. What's going on, Trenton? Mole Nation. Not familiar. Yeah, Secret of Nim was something, but I feel like there's something that has. Wait, Mimsy. What's the movie with Mimsy in the name? That's what I was thinking of. Is it Last Mimsy? Is that it, Kiro? How's birthday party number one? I don't know. I wasn't at it. Apparently it was good. The Last Mimsy. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. With the bunny plushie. That's right. Yep. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back. All coming back to me now. That's my Celine Dion impression. I actually enjoyed that movie. I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember it being cute. Thank you, Gina. It's always nice when Gina compliments me on my singing voice. Jerry Not So, what's going on, buddy? Happy Saturday. Jerry, Your homework for the weekend is to get your butt to a comic book store today for free comic book day. You can get free comic books. Melissa, good to see you. Welcome in. I don't play League of Legends, but I have watched most of Arcane, if that counts. There were moments of gold and flashes of light. That is honestly my favorite Celine Dion song, unironically. And I always thought it was weird how much I really liked that song. And then I realized it's because it was written by the same guy who wrote most of Meatloaf's music. And I was like, oh, that makes sense now. That's why I like it. It's not because of Celine. It's because of the songwriter. Oh my gosh, Mighty Munchkin just farting up the chat. Kiro, I don't know. Good question, Kiro. Do you live on base? I've been meaning to talk to you about this because you know my we've talked about this. Like my dad was in the army, and we were stationed in Europe a couple times. Do you live on base or off base? You live off base. Okay. Um, I'm not sure if like an Italian comic book store would be doing it for free, but I don't know if like the base has. I mean, back when I lived in Germany, there were very few bases that had actual comic book stores on them. But might be worth checking out. Yeah, my dad was in the army for 30 years. H Gaming, what's going on? Good to see you. Melissa, thank you for the sub and welcome in. Celine Dijon mustard, yes. Free 99, Jerry. Free 99, including a free X-Men comic. You can get yourself a free Fantastic Four X-Men comic book today. Definitely comic book stores near me. I mean, it's worth checking out. I don't know. I honestly don't know if non-English comic book stores do free comic book day. No, German aviator. My dad was in the U.S. military, U.S. Army. We were just stationed over in Germany. You like the X guys? Yeah. So let's just do a little clarification so people don't like accidentally commit like robbery. It's not like you go to a comic book store and like every comic book is free. It's not like you can just walk in, just like grab a bunch of stuff and leave. There's specific comics that are free. So, go to the comic book store, say, hey, I'm here for free comic book day. They'll probably have a rack of all the comic books that you can choose that are meant to be free comic books. And they're written and released specifically for free comic book day. It happens every year. Every comic book company has at least one or two comic books they specifically release for free comic book day um, for free. Hassan with the 21 months of membership. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. It probably is going to be the last free comic book day under Diamond Cheese. That would make sense. With what's going on with Diamond, probably so. Uh, yeah, Kira, that's another thing. Like, I remember living in Germany. I picked up a couple of German X-Men comic books just for the fun of it. Just because I thought it was cool to have a comic book in a different language. I have not read any mangas, Gina. However, and I mentioned this, I think last week or the week before, I found out the comic book store that's like half an hour away from me when I went there a few weeks ago. They had the entire Marvel published Akira series, which I've always wanted to read. They have all of them in graphic novel form, so I might pick those up. So it's like manga-ish. I mean, it's the official um, translation of the original Japanese manga, but it's set up like an American comic book. It's not set up like a Japanese manga. Not Rammstein, but I went to Rammstein several times. It was probably about maybe 2 hours away. We were stationed in Rhineland Falls, German aviator. 3 shinies from the new TCG Pocket Set: Executor, Machamp EX, and Blastoise EX. Hassan, I'm so jealous. I haven't gotten any of those yet. I did get 2 shiny Gengar EXs, though. You got Italian Pokemon cards? That's cool. Be nice to know your closest store? Yes. Yes, Jerry, because that will help you on future homework. Yeah, the first 3 editions of Akira? No way, Gina. That's awesome. Are they good? I'm assuming they're good. I've never heard anything but good stuff about it. Billy, good morning. Good to see you, Billy. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Akira, I hardly hear ya. That's pretty good. Yeah, German Pokemon cards? Sweet. There's one like a mile away. That doesn't surprise me. Like the area where you live, they're probably like every couple miles. What do I think about Arcane? I really like it. I started watching season 2 when it dropped, but then like I got busy with work and other stuff, and like other shows came out, so I don't know why I still haven't finished season 2. I need to. Um, I know I'm like way behind on that, but I'll probably do it here in the next couple weeks. They're great, but the manga is different from the movie. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I know how long the manga is, and I have to imagine that the movie is just a very condensed version. And I don't know, maybe there's even stuff in the manga that happens after where the movie ends. Top two Heftimon games: Heftimon Jury Edition, Heftimon Kiro Edition. That's right. Have I ever seen a military plane in Germany? I don't remember. I'm not sure, German Aviator. I might have. Phenomenal artwork. Good. Yeah, I gotta watch Andor as well. I didn't realize they were dropping 3 episodes a week, which is kind of mean of them. Because I thought I only had like 2 episodes to watch, and now I find out I have 6 episodes I need to watch. This plane dragon needs a new paint job, right? Billy, you're absolutely 100% right. Dang it, that would have been cool if that one was yellow. Gerald, do me a favor. Send me a DM. I'm kind of curious. Like, I did this with Gina too. Send me a DM of where that comic book store is. I want to check them out. No, geez, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I thought, like, it started last week. I thought this weekend I would only have 2 episodes to watch. Apparently, I have 6. Gina, I have not. I never finished the first season. I just kind of fell out of it, which I know kind of makes me like a soulless heretic or something. I've literally never talked to or heard of anyone that doesn't like The Last of Us, and it's not that I didn't like it. I just kind of lost interest. But I did hear about episode 2 of season 2, which is wild. You can't sit through TV shows, you fall asleep. I can sit through TV shows. I'm getting to the point, especially if I'm like sitting on my comfy couch in the living room, I'm getting to the point where it's hard for me to stay awake for entire movies. So like I'll wake up, rewind, play, fall back asleep, wake up, rewind, play. So like a 2 hour movie ends up becoming like a 3.5 hour ordeal. Yeah, it just wasn't my thing. I got nothing against it. More power to it. I'm happy it's become so successful. You're bad at watching things. You got to use your eyes, Jerry. That's the best way to watch things. Gonna do Mewtwo for Mewtwo Z? Alright, Mighty Munchkin. Mushy Man, welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, Cheese. I know exactly who you're talking about. And I've heard very, very minimal things about the season, but I have heard that that particular person is playing more of a role. I also want to go back and rewatch the season 1 finale because it's been like, what, 2 years? You're using your hands? No, hands are for holding, eyes are for watching. Jet Dragon is the old Air Canada livery. We want the new Buzz Air livery one, though. Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Not yet, Mushy Man, but we've only been streaming for about half an hour today. So we have already done 109 checks, though, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, just do what your wife does, Jerry. That's the best way. Is just imitate, mimic. Then you'll learn. watch what your wife does with your eyes, and then do the same thing. Going to Sam's Club today. Here they have a big deck out back. Oh yeah? Do you know who built that deck? We are only 3 subs away from hitting our sub goal for the day already. This is insane. What is even happening today? You know that guy, Cheese? Do you think he can get me into Sam's Club? Gotta go. Wish you luck. All right, Mushy Man, thanks for popping back in. It's good to see people come back. Good to see people return. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, I suppose. Yuri Frankwit's haunted house. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kiro's gonna get sucked into a board game here in a minute. Gina, I absolutely would not have. That did not seem intriguing to me whatsoever. That is not my type of fun. Jerry's favorite Hefty games, Hefty Couch Edition, Hefty Circus Peanut Edition. That's probably correct. Hefty, your Audi cried during the finale of King of Queens. Where do I live at the moment? In my house. Jerry, your Audi drives an Audi. Wrong channel, Cheese. Hero, your Audi watches A Quiet Place on mute. That's a true story, by the way. The first time I watched A Quiet Place, I didn't realize that my surround sound system wasn't working. I had no idea that there was no audio being put out when I watched A Quiet Place. It took me like 10 minutes to realize that I had no audio. Do I like haunted houses? Not really. German Aviator, your Audi eats pencil erasers. Your Audi needs more hobbies. Your Audi really does need more hobbies, Jerry. Oh, the country? German Aviator. I live in the United States of America. Jerry, your Audi eats corn on the cob vertically. That's the first time we've seen that one. We need to populate the Audi list more. We do. We do. I thought 67 would last us for a while. And although we're still getting a few new ones, there's some that we have seen like several times. Your Audi lives in an Audi. That is an Audi made. That is an Audi inside of an Audi. That's right. Why do you always understand Audi inside of Audi? I don't know. Jerry, can you describe how to eat corn on the cob vertically? Can you paint us a picture with words? Transition maker. What's going on? You can see the appeal of McCamey Manor besides the torture. Uh, yeah, like I don't mean to. I'm not trying to like shun or shame anyone. I understand the interest. I understand the adventurous thrill seekers out there that would like to experience something like that. I get it. I got no problem with that. It's just not something that I'm interested in. Probably the most thrill seeking, the most adventurous type stuff for me would be like amusement parks. I love going on roller coasters. But like even with like the good ones they showed Gina, like the good places that did it correctly, even those I was watching some of that stuff and I was like, yeah, I'd be like 2 minutes in and I'd be like, "Yeah, never mind. This is not. I'm not interested in this. This is not fun. Your hole has a door that no, that is wrong. Your door has a hole in it. That is better. Yes, yes. Door has a hole in it. That makes more sense than a hole having a door in it. Unless it was a really, really big hole. Make sure it's easily identified to be corn in the drawing, not something else. Kiro. My goodness gracious. You basically put the entire butt of the corn in your mouth and you just spin it really fast like a blender for vertical corn. Ah, okay. You want to hang glide? I would be up for like a tandem hang glide. Like have a professional with me strapped on their back like Yoda. I would do that. I would probably do that before I would do like uh skydiving. You did paint a picture. The hole is in the bottom right on the side that faces inside. Okay. Good morning, Matthew. How are you? Guess what, Matthew? In the backyard this morning, I found myself a shiny Swablu and immediately took a screenshot and sent it to Kim. Like one of those gliders with the fans. Yeah, that'd be neat. You had never been seen a horror movie and thought I could do this? Oh no, no. If I was in a horror movie, I wouldn't even be like the first of the friend group to die. I would be the guy that dies in the opening before the credits. I would be Drew Barrymore. No, I wouldn't be Drew Barrymore. I would be Drew Barrymore's boyfriend, Steve. Steve, not Steve Holt. That's Arrested Development. What was it? It was Casey Becker. Drew Barrymore played Casey Becker, and her boyfriend was Steve, not Steve Harrington, not Steve Holt. I can't remember what his last name was. I've also never paraglided. It looks fun, but the harness scares your nether regions. That's why I want to be strapped onto a back. You'd be the one that sleeps through the whole incident. Lucky you. You hatched your shiny sunkern, 237 eggs. My goodness gracious. That is just under half odds. Congratulations, Matthew. That had to feel really good. I know you were dreading that one. So what remaining egg hunts do you have? Because I know you and I are on the same page when it comes to Scarlet and Violet Masuda. It felt over odds, I'm sure it did. I wonder if I accidentally shiny locked this Pokemon. $322 over odds. What even the heck? This is what, day 4? Day 4 of the Latios? 6 Scarlet exclusives to go. You're so freaking close, Matthew. What about you, Gina? Would you want to do one of those immersive horror experiences? Also, after I watched that documentary the other night, while I was in Hulu, I just checked out what other documentaries they had going on, and because I'm typically not on Hulu a lot nowadays, even though I pay for it. And I saw they had a documentary on something that I saw a YouTube video about a few months ago. So I was interested in watching the documentary because I figured that would have a lot more information about it. Plus, it had like actual interviews with the people involved. Um, Called The Contestant. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I don't know if anybody's interested in it. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. But it was about this Japanese reality show back in the late 90s. It was like one of the first reality shows where this guy who had no idea what he was signing up for basically got put into a room and stripped all naked and said, "This is where you live now." if you want stuff, you need to win prizes from magazine giveaways. And so he sat in that room and uh, filled out magazine giveaway submissions in order to win things like clothing, food, toilet paper. It was pretty wild. And I was really happy because, like I said, I saw a YouTube video about it a few months ago, but this one had the people involved, like being interviewed, including him. So it was really nice to see him give his perspective on everything. Yeah, it's wild, Matthew. It's definitely worth checking out. Um, I will say, like, I guess this would be kind of spoilery, but I think it's important given the context of what the documentary is about. It has a happy-ish ending. Like the fact that I'm saying like he is involved in the documentary talking about his experience. Let me just say that. Um, well, it's interesting, Matthew. It's very interesting. Um, there were ways that they could kind of skirt around concerns. Little King, what's going on? Good to see you. Also, the man just seems like a genuinely good guy. You don't ever count for shiny hunting most of the time. Just keep going until it sparkles. Off stream, I'm the same way, Kiro. I more kind of count like time and like even time, like I estimate time. Off stream, I don't usually have a counter except for like some big hunts, like when I was going for my shiny Celebi, or like my poi poles. I counted then. Not until the Japanese Civil War in 2007. Is that a thing? I feel like you're pulling my leg. Are you a leg puller? XM 800T has a gun depression of -20 degrees. Just found it out because of War Thunder. Okay, I don't know what any of that means, but I'm glad you learned something new. Well, it's not that he didn't know that he was being televised. Like he knew he was being filmed, but he didn't think that it was ever going to see the light of day. He didn't realize it was being basically live streamed. Um, he thought he was participating in a show that might end up becoming a show down the road. Jerry's the best leg puller in all the land. That's true. Another shiny event Pokemon, the same one. Which one? Which one did you get, Lil King? XM 800T is a rat tank. Okay. Pellet TCG, what's going on? Good to see you. I didn't think there was Jerry. You were just leg pulling. Old leg pulling Jerry. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. I think we're just 2 likes away from our like goal, in fact. It's pretty awesome. Do I have a Ladio site? Not currently in this game. I will be getting it. I'll go pick it up from the battle tree, but I don't have it yet. What's going on, Noah? 2008, that's a story for another day. Can you tell us about that story tomorrow? Went out to your favorite Indian restaurant last night. Incredible as always. Nice. I'm not sure if I've ever had Indian food. Not that I wouldn't. It's just that's not something we really have around here. Um, it's not extremely diverse. We got a Thai restaurant about 10 years ago, and everyone went crazy. You totally do one of those immersive haunts. I think you would kick butt at it, Gina. I think that at the end of it, the people that run it would be like, wow, Gina, you are the best participant we've ever had. We might as well close down now because no one will ever have a better experience than you just did. Just give me a new name and it's Sir Hefty. Well, thank you. Sure, if you remember. All right, Jerry, how about this? If you remember to tell me, I will remember to ask you or whatever. Basically, either we both remember or we both forget. Went on vacation a couple years ago to Traverse City, Michigan. Shocked there wasn't an Indian restaurant within like 30 miles. I'm gonna check now because it might be the case that what I said wasn't true. It's just I'm not aware. Let me see here. Do the old Indian food near me. Okay, I take it back. All right, there is one. There is one. This has got to be a new place. There is one a few miles away from me. Pakistani and Indian cuisine. But let's see. Let's see where the next closest one is. All right, the next closest one is about 30 miles away, and there's another one that's about 45 miles away, another one about 50 miles away, another one that's about 70 miles away, and the last one is about 90 miles away. So I will have to check that out. That must be a new place. I'm glad we had this conversation. So now I know I have a new place to check out. What are the ratings? I think it was like a 4 out of 5, if I remember. How did you traverse to get there? Oh my goodness. Matthew, what would you recommend for a first timer if I were to go pick up some Indian cuisine? You live near a military base, so you get fairly diverse odds. That's pretty cool. Give me like the beginner sampler. Butter chicken. Come on, we can get a little bit more diverse than that. I can butter my own chicken at home. Garlic naan with chicken tikka masala or chicken makhani. Okay. Curry I can get at the Thai place. But yeah, I guess curry is a pretty standard Indian dish. I guess I would have to get some curry too. That's a good point. Maybe I'll it's all curry. Um it's not just butter on chicken. Well, then they need a better name, Gina. They need a better descriptive name than butter chicken. It's not any. I know. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm just showing off my ignorance here, and that's okay. I am fine to admit that there are things I don't know, and perhaps this is my chance to be educated. Is there a difference between Thai curry and Indian curry? Is it prepared differently? Are there different flavors? Butter chicken's also called chicken makhani. Yogurt and tomato sauce with spice is a really good flavor. Okay. So I guess technically then we got 2 votes for butter chicken. Different flavors and spices. Okay. See, I'm learning. Thank you guys. Again, we finally got a Thai place about 10 years ago. 20, not even 20 years ago, we got our first Japanese hibachi. I'm just saying, this is the land of fast food and hoagie shops. There's a reason the entire world went to war for Indian spices. True. Thai curries can tend to be more liquid soup-like, often incorporating coconut milk, while Indian curries are generally thicker and richer, using yogurt, cream, or butter. Honestly, based off of that, I would probably prefer the Indian curry. Caribbean curry is different from Asian curry. What makes Caribbean curry different? I'm learning so much from all of you. Thank you. 2 years ago, we got a Chipotle and a Popeyes, and I swear there was practically a parade in the streets. Lily with the 2 months of membership. Thank you so much. Let's get some hype in the chat for Lily. Usually handle spice, usually like a 3 or 4 out of 5. But holy cow, this place on the road, feel brave when you order 2 out of 5. See, that's what I'm nervous about. Like I'm good with spice. Like I'm when I say I'm good with spice, like I can enjoy some spice, like as long as it doesn't like kill the entire flavor and I'm not just like tasting fire, like I'm good with having some spice in my food. But my body doesn't like processing spice as much as I wish it would. So I'm nervous about getting something too spicy. That sub count just went to 2078. Thank you so much. Getting us one closer to our sub goal of 2080. Kieran, what's going on? Good to see you. Kieran, maybe I should just move in with you. Would that be okay with you and the missus if I just moved in with you? And then we can have Indian every night? And then there's Steph Curry, but he doesn't have a spice base. He has a fan base. That's a 2-level joke, Jerry, which is very impressive. Because it starts off as a joke, like more on the pun side. And then it leads into a second joke, more on the pun side. That's a 2-level right there. I like it. That joke dunks. It did. UK is basically India Part 2. Oh, no. I know that. If that's how I came across, Matthew, I apologize. I know that, like, not all Indian food is spicy. I know it's not like you'd have no choice but to get spicy food if you're ordering Indian. What I'm trying to say is, like, I'd be open to trying some spicy Indian food, but I need a guide on like where like what would be, because you were talking about like a 4 out of 5 in some places, but a 2 out of 5 in other places. That's what I'm nervous about. Like I'm nervous that I would want to try like a 2 out of 5 and it would be like that, or it should really be like a 7 out of 5. Yeah, of course I am, Gina. Of course I'm open to try new things. Solid curry to begin with is chicken tikka masala, naan bread, pilau rice would be your choice. Okay. Thank you guys all for the great suggestions. Talk to your waiter about spice level and what fits best for you. Their tip relies on your happiness. That's fair. That's a good point. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. We won't talk any spoilers in the chat because that's just rude. But I did go see Thunderbolts last night. Boss Man and I went to go see Thunderbolts last night, so I saw it. First time in a while I've seen a Marvel movie on opening night. It felt good. Felt good. One out of 10 or one through 10. I would give it a. I gotta give you 2 scores. You know how I am. I gotta give you 2 scores. I gotta give you a score as a movie, and I gotta give you a score as a comic book adaptation. Comic book adaptation, I would give it a 4. Movie, I give it a. I give it a 7.5. I give it a solid 7.5 as an action movie. Thought it was a Canadian hockey team. That's funny. That's funny, Matthew. Especially like what if you see the movie, like that's even funnier that you thought that. You're gonna go see it today for your birthday? Wait a second. Wait a second, Kieran. Did I forget? I did totally forget. Happy birthday, Kieran. Can we get an exclamation point B-Day Kieran in the chat? Kieran, I am so sorry. I'm a terrible person. Happy birthday. On this day, the universe said, I choose you, and we're forever grateful. Happy birthday, Kieran. You know why? Also, that was really, really subtle the way you just slid that into the conversation, into the chat. Well played, Kieran. You know why? It's because Kieran's such a modest guy and doesn't really like talking about himself too much. that sometimes I forget things. Also, Gina was supposed to remind me, and she didn't. Kieran, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy being, I don't know, what, 21, 22? I hope you enjoy 22. I hope 22 is a good year. You didn't know. I thought you had the book, Gina. Colin, 25? Sure does love Guinness. Send him an Air Guinness Supply drop in your honor. Nice. Air Guinness Supply. That's the full name of that soft rock band from the 80s. Air Guinness Supply. Kieran, 17? No. I know he graduated school, so he's got to be at least 25. That was their edgy version, that's right. I feel like it's a number between 26 and 38. It's an interesting range. 12 years? 33. Oh my gosh. 33 was a good year. I remember 33. What was I doing in 33? Yeah, that was a good year. No, it's not 33, 31 maybe. Oh, okay, it's 31, Jerry says. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, now starting. Nice, Shiny Cornholio. How have we done 200 checks in an hour? How is that a thing? Can't believe you turned 25 in September. It feels like yesterday you were still a teenager. Man, you missed those days already, right? I was talking with a coworker the other day, and I said if I could retain my brain knowledge, my thought knows, and go back to any age, I would probably go back to around 24, 25 years old. I would like to redo my mid 20s knowing everything that I know now. Wait until you remember that you were a teenager 20 years ago. Oh, Matthew. Oh, Matthew. Wait until you remember you were a teenager 30 years ago. Matthew, wait until you remember that if you had a child when you graduated college, said child would have graduated college. Your wife also got you a drill for your birthday, which doesn't work on bricks, so all the stuff you want to put up, you can't put up. Aw, bless her heart. Joke's on you, I'm 31, haven't graduated college yet. Yeah, joke's on me. Seeing all these classes at 2025 signs of folks ERs, that means the kid was born the year I graduated from high school. Isn't that wild? A DBZ hoodie, sweet. Does it have Naruto on it? That was funny, but really mean. Jerry, I'm very proud of you. And it's not like you failed for 10 years. It's not like you just can't graduate because you keep flunking. That would be a different story. If that was the case, if you had flunked your senior year for 10 years straight, honestly, I would never even bring up schooling or education around you. I would just avoid that topic like the plague. Gotta go. Gina, have a great weekend. Go to your local comic book store, and I will talk to you. Wait, am I gonna talk to you tomorrow? You said good weekend. Am I not gonna see you tomorrow? I would have been kicked out of the program well before then if that were the case. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Thunderbolts was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It didn't blow me away, but it was very entertaining. And in case people want to know, maybe they're curious, but they're nervous to Google it because there might be spoilers. There are two credit scenes, one mid credits, one post credits. And I felt like the credits actually went kind of fast this time. Like you know how like you go to a movie and you're waiting for that post credit scene, it feels like you're sitting there for half an hour. I feel like it went pretty quickly this time. Skills requirements is either a 3 or 3.5 year area study and a 2.5 or a 3 overall. The school that I went to was, you know what, Matthew, that makes more sense than what I had. I think in order to get the degree, you had to have at least a 2.5, and in order to just stay in school, you had to have at least a 2.0. Um, you probably went to a better school than I did. 2.0 for your major, Jerry? Maybe my major was a 2.0 as well. I can't remember. I can't remember for two things. One, I'm super old, and two, it was super long ago. I went to a liberal arts college though, so I think they're more interested in just taking money than actually educating people. They like the concept of education. Baldy, what's going on? I summoned you. Thank you for being here. And pretty quickly too after I summoned you. Your school had a low graduation rate. Ours was pretty set, pretty solid. I mean, there might be a handful of people each year that wouldn't come back, but it was for the most part like who you started school with is who you graduated with. Small school though. I think the entire school when I was going there, I think it's grown since then, but when I was going there, the entire 4 year school, I think there was like right around 1,000 people. Graduating class was about 300. Did I do my math? Yeah, 10% graduation rate. That's crazy. Although you studied things that were a lot more intensive, I would say, than I did. At your school, you either fail or pass. There's no going back. You either get your grades or leave with nothing. Dang, they don't mess around. You're 43. Okay, nice. Congratulations. Folks started to realize there's no money in music and switched majors. Oh, gotcha. So it's not when you say 10% graduation rate, it's not like 90% of them failed out. It's that only 10% of them followed through the entire through the entire degree. The other 90% like just switched majors. Gotcha. Chem Nation, good morning. Baldy, yes, I do have a Pikachu. I have a few Pikachu. Or they transferred in from local community colleges. I gotcha. You also play Pokemon. Sweet. You're in the right place then. Probably one of the tougher fields for low payouts. I would imagine so. Scribbo, what's going on, buddy? Good morning to you. I was just talking about Thunderbolts, Scribbo. I would give it as a comic book adaptation, probably a 4 out of 10. As an action movie experience, I would give it probably a 7.5. I had a lot of fun. It was a fun movie. It was a good movie. I just had to turn off the nerdy comic book fanboy brain part, but it was a good movie. It was a fun movie. Definitely worth seeing. Uh, Definitely one of the better Marvel movies that has been made in the last few years. And that's all I'll say about it. Other than there are two uh, credit scenes, one mid credits, one post credits. You don't perform as much as you used to, but you love teaching your private students. Wouldn't trade that for the world. Yeah, and I was gonna say, Matthew, you seem really happy. You seem very happy with what you do, which is always important. Not everyone has the luxury of loving what they do, and not everyone has the luxury of being able to sustain a livelihood on what they love. So if you're able to get some good sort of, middle ground between those things, that's pretty awesome. Show starts at 7. All right, nice. I don't know what that is, Baldy. Also, I did see a couple of neat trailers at the movie last night. First off, I saw the I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer. I didn't realize it was a continuation. I thought it was a reboot. So that's kind of neat. And I did not know they were making a new Predator movie, Predator Badlands, which looks, I don't know how good it's going to be, but it looks pretty neat. You'd love to quit your full time gig and just teach 40, 60 students. Areas too competitive. I'm sure. I'm sure it is competitive. Wow, Baldy, you're really enjoying that apple. John Shee, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh yeah, I did have the Tron Ares trailer as well. I, I knew they were coming out with a new Tron movie. I didn't know anything about it, so I watched the trailer blind. Well, not blind. Like my eyes worked. You know what I'm trying to say. Um, I don't like it. The visuals look awesome. I don't know how I feel about Tron in the real world. I don't know how I feel about that. Uh-oh. I think someone's getting in trouble with Jerry. Jerry's got to put his dad face on. like he has to do with Miles. Is that because it's not Tron with the same actors? No, that's not what I mean. I have no issue with the casting. I mean, like, based off of watching the trailer, like, it's not that people go into the Tron game; it's that the Tron game comes out into the real world, and I don't know how I feel about that. That has to be best man at your cousin's wedding. That's awesome. Being best man can be fun. It is. There are some responsibilities involved that can be a little stressful. But first off, I'm sure you know it's an absolute honor and a privilege to be asked. And yeah, I bet you're gonna crush it. I was super stressed out because I had to be best man at a uh, former roommate's wedding last fall. I was super stressed out about setting up the bachelor party. But then it ended up turning out fine. And you know what? It did not go according to plan whatsoever. Like, we basically had to completely change all the plans a couple weeks beforehand, but it turned out great. And other people were willing to help out. Like, the other groomsmen were able to help out with some stuff too. And it was fantastic. And that was like the biggest stress I had about being a groomsman was that bachelor party. And, ended up turned out pretty good. It's like a reverse Ready Player One. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, the visuals look incredible. Oh my gosh, the Tron bikes look incredible. The light cycles, they look awesome. I'm going to take this up to 1800 and go on a quick break. Someone's going to air jail. Air jail. That's crazy. You want to see the new Tron, but also Jared Leto? Yeah, I did see that Jared Leto's in it. I didn't know there was anything going on about Jared Leto until that got brought up a couple days ago in Chemstream, and so I did some quick research to find out what you guys were talking about. I didn't know any of that, but honestly, I really liked him back in the '90s as Jordan Catalano in My So-Called Life. He's always been Jordan Catalano to me. But since I think Fight Club was the last thing I saw him in that I liked him in. And ever since then, I've just never really been a big fan of his to begin with. So even despite what's being talked about with Jared Leto right now, even despite that, I was never a huge fan of him in the first place. At least not since the '90s. Your best man for your best friend's wedding, groomsman for a couple others, very sweet. Matthew, that's because you are, in fact, the best man. All right, here we go. Last check before we go on a quick break. Yeah, Tron Legacy was pretty good. No shiny. All right, so I will be back in a couple minutes. Please stick around. Feel free to chit chat. Just try not to make too much fun of me while I'm gone. And Matthew's in charge. I'll be back in a couple minutes. There we go. Maybe. Okay, I'm back. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you for that. I thought I just turned that off. How did I not just turn that off? There we go. All right, are you guys ready to open up some packs? We're going to be opening up 10 packs of the Solgaleo packs. You guys ready? Let's do it. Well, let me just open up the app here. Takes a second. I gotta turn the light on. Gosh, I don't stream for 6 days, and it's like I forgot how this all works. Real quick, though, I want to show you what I have gotten so far in this set. So here's my good cards I've gotten so far. I got the Full Art Alolan Executor. I got the Full Art Alolan Vulpix, which is a really cool card. Got the Full Art Tapu Lele. And the Shiny Gengar. So that's what I've gotten so far. Let's see if we can get some good stuff today. Ooh, ah. All right, here we go. 10 packs. Let's get at least one hit. Pikachu. Alolan Meowth. Piggy Peck. All new cards so far. Lily. And a second Lily. Dang, we almost had a full all-new card pack there. All right, second pack. Torracat. Parablast. Alolan Sandshrew. Shelter. And will we get a Plumachu? No, but we got Serena. Nice. Third pack. Mudsdale. Sandygast. Cosmog. Mudbray. And... ooh, Full Art Oricorio. Nice. That's a cool one. Little pom-pom. That's cute. All right, pack 4. Cosmoem. Alolan Meowth. Sandygast. Poplio. And a Grumpig. Pack 6. Crabrawler. Trubbish. Alolan Graveler. Piggypeck. And Drampa. Nice. Pack 7, I think. Hariyama. Drillbur. Heliolisk. Rowlet. Nice. I got my second Rowlet. Harry Mama, that's right. And a Rare Candy, which is an awesome card. Shuppet. Mallow. Trumbeak. Cosmog. Ooh, full art Comfey. That's nice. I like that. That's a good design. We're getting some hits. We're definitely getting some hits. Woolen Graveler. Cutie Fly. Sandygast. Crabrawler, and Sophocles. I know someone that got the full art Sophocles yesterday. And is this the 10th pack? No, this is the 9th pack. We got Delcatty, Carablast, Drillbur, Spoink, and Big Malasada. Okay. And then last pack, here we go. We got Bruxish, Rabombi, Delcatty again, Fomantis, and Excadrill. Still a new card, still good. We got a few. We got a few full arts here. We got the full art Oricorio. We got the full art Comfey. All right, we got 2 full arts. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That was worth it, especially for not spending any money. So that's cool. Yeah, and lots of new cards. I purposefully have not been opening the Solgaleo card or Solgaleo packs because I wanted to do that with you guys. So I've mostly just been opening the Lunalas. We didn't get that Solgaleo EX, but maybe we will tomorrow. Come on, hurry up. There we go. 70 different cards, 80 different cards, 90 different cards registered. I'll be playing around with that later. But let's get back into it. And we're back at it. Yeah, Matt. So just like with like mainline game Pokemon games, when there's 2 different types of packs within a set, there will be version exclusives. So, like a simple example is like you can only get the Lunala card from the Lunala packs. You can only get the Solgaleo card from the Solgaleo packs. I mean, there is a bunch of cards you can get in either pack, but certain ones you can only get in one pack or the other. So especially when it comes to like the rare pulls. Is it time for Guess the Pokemon? It is indeed, Mighty Munchkin. And good morning, Brooke. Good to see you. So it is time for Guess That Pokemon. This is where you guess that Pokemon. And we'll see if it's the plush of the day. Brooke with the 18 months of membership. Let's get some hype in the chat. When you're missing cards, is it transparent where the missing cards come from? Yeah, so you can go to like before you like select a pack to open, you can click on the pack and you can click on pull rates, and it will give you a list of all the different Pokemon that are in that particular pack and what the pull rates are. Not Lapras. Slowpoke, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you here. Not Cubone, not Scissor. Galax, what's going on? How was your birthday? Hope you had a good birthday, buddy. Not Cosmog, not Regidrago. We did do Regidrago last weekend though, actually. Not Latios, not Hisuian, Zorua. Not Spectrier. James the Catboy, good morning. Good to see you. It was good. You appreciate it. Nice. I know you had some plans. You were gonna be hanging out with friends, I think. Not humor. Oh, what's happening? This is the part of the stream, Galax, where we play Guess the Pokemon plush, where I have a plush sitting right here in front of me. You can't see it. It's right below the camera, and you guys gotta guess what plush it is. It's not Psyduck, not Mankey, not Latios, not Pansage, not Charizard, not Pikachu. No hints yet. Usually what happens is we just let everyone just like go crazy with the guesses, and then if no one gets in the first couple minutes, I will start giving hints. Not Plumachu, not Goomy, not Carnivine, not Burmy, not Slowpoke, not Mega Rayquaza, not Fuecoco, not Ralts. All right, let's do hint number 1. This is a grass type Pokemon. It is a grass type Pokemon. Not Chatot, not Pawmi, not Lombre, not Dragonite, not Smoliv, not Celebi, not Vileplume, not Oddish, not Sprigatito, not Leafeon, not Trico. But on his first hefty live stream ever, Slowpoke coming in here and getting it right. It's Chikorita. It is, in fact, Chikorita. Good job, Slowpoke. You were going to say Meganium. You were so close. So close. Here, Chicky. I'm very excited about seeing what they do with Chikorita in Legends ZA. I'm going to be going for Totodile, personally, just because I love Totodile. But I'm very excited to see if they give some much-needed buffs to the Chikorita line. I hope Chikorita gets the respect it deserves. Now it is Marvel time indeed. Guess the Marvel superhero. One and done. You did it, Slowpoke. Got a perfect record. Still haven't hatched a Mime Junior from a 5 kilometer egg. I still need to get a Mime Junior, and I think I still need to get a Why Not for the home decks. Crocodile the guy, gotta go with the boy. Exactly. Galax, max odds with Shiny Charm and such, 1 in 1365. And I do have the Shiny Charm in this game. So we are closing on 500 checks over odds, unfortunately. Not Colossus, not Thunderbolt, not Hulk. The nice thing is, though, Galaxy, we were talking about this a little bit last weekend, is the soft resets in this game are so fast. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and we've done almost 300 checks. Hassan also does like crocodiles. That's true. Not Hulk, not Spider-Man, not Mantis, not Red Hulk. Mantis, that's out of left field, but I respect it. We'll let it go for another minute or so, and then I'll give you guys a clue. Not Winter Soldier. Awesome, though. Awesome character. I did go see Thunderbolts last night. Not going to give any spoilers away other than to say that I enjoyed the movie, and there are 2 credit scenes. 1 mid-credits, 1 post-credits. Not The Collector, not Storm. Storm's also fantastic. All right, here's your first clue. This character had a Disney Plus show. Not Jean Grey. Oh, you saw Galaxy? Yeah, I was surprised. It was a pretty decent movie. Definitely one of the better movies they've come out with lately. Not Hulk, not Loki, and not Vision. Not Scarlet Witch. Not Avengers, not Scarlet Witch, not Hawkeye. You guys are naming all amazing characters, though. Not Echo, not Catwoman, not Wanda. Not Vision, not Miss Marvel. Not Daredevil. Not Peggy Carter. You guys are dancing around it. Not the Punisher, not Miles Morales. Not She-Hulk, not Ghost Rider. Not Falcon. You know, it is possible that some people don't even know that this was a Marvel show. Not Hawkeye, not Hulk, not Falcon, not Captain America, but thankfully, my good friend Matthew Snyder does know that it was a Marvel show. It is indeed Moon Knight. Moon Knight. This is Epic Collection 1 of Moon Knight. Bad Moon Rising. This collects all the Moon Knight comics from 1975 to 1981, including its first appearances, a whole bunch of crossovers with other characters like Spider-Man, and the first 3 issues of his first solo series. And here we go. Moon Knight's first appearance took place in Werewolf by Night, number 32. Look at that. Everyone's favorite character, Werewolf by Night, issue 32, first Moon Knight. And look at that. Jumps right into the action. First page, there he is. Peggy Carter was Agent Carter, Captain America's girlfriend from World War II. I gotta head out. All right, Galax, have a great rest of your day. Good luck on moving back to university. Always good to see you, my friend. And chat, or not chat, mods, can we get a Galax link drop, if you don't mind? Galax is another amazing content creator. Um, Great supporter. Just all around cool dude. You should go check him out. Moon Knight and Crescent Gal. Wasn't aware we knew each other. Yeah, we met a few months ago. Galax was kind enough to raid us, and we started chatting it up, and yeah, I think he's a pretty awesome guy. Awesome guy. Does some great content too. Um, did I know Galax just say he's taken off. I don't know if Galax ended up getting that Lopunny, but I know he'd been going for that for a while. Also, Captain Britain in another Marvel universe. That's true. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, go check out Galax if you haven't already. Come on, where's the shiny at? You've never seen the feature until today. Hope it pops up every few minutes. It will pop up every time you leave the stream and jump back in. Circling back to Indian, you'll leave with tons of leftovers, have lunch, and maybe even dinner with yours. Maybe I'll do that today, even. Maybe, like, I'll call in an order while I'm at the comic book store and pick it up on my way home. Because I will be going to the comic book store for Free Comic Book Day. What's up, Transition Maker? Captain Britain was also a member of the Illuminati at one point. That's right. That's true. The Illuminati. Good. Indian is life changing. Hope your location is fire. I hope so too. What's up, Transition Maker? Every Saturday and Sunday. Yep, sure do. From 9 a.m. to noon Eastern time. I got the best mods. You missed your local Indian place in Rogers Park. You know, though, Jerry, that was all your fault. It's still raining here, and I need to cut the grass so desperately. Dr. Waffles, what's going on? Hey, chat. What even the heck is wrong with all of you? I'm disappointed in you, chat. We have 34 likes. We've been in need of a like goal for a while now. Come on now. You did it. You mowed before the next 5 days of rain. Good job, Matthew. Jerry, I have not. However, I started working on some setup this morning. I think it's gonna be one of those things that, like, it's gonna take me a while to get the first one up and going, and then after that, like, I think it'll be a little bit easier because I'll have the format and everything ready to go. Tyler, you're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I am as well. Enjoy the Breath of the Wild and Grounded. And Carly shares a birthday with your sister. Well, Tyler, happy birthday to your sister. It is also my good friend and mod Kieran's birthday today as well. Thank you, a transition maker. Lovely thing about living in Chicago. Food's unbelievable. Everything opens super late, and any type of ethnic food less than a mile. That's really awesome. Yeah, so Jerry, something that I did today that I didn't expect me to do, but I think it was a smart move, was I re-signed up for Marvel Unlimited, which is kind of like how Netflix is a streaming service for movies and TV shows. Marvel Unlimited is a service for reading comic books digitally. And I was able to take advantage of a Daredevil Born Again promo that's going on right now. So I was able to get half off for the first 2 months. So the reason I did that was I'm going to be taking screen grabs of the comics that I'm talking about to show in the videos. So it looked like an actual professionally done video instead of just like me like holding up a comic book like, see, this is what I'm talking about. So I was playing around with that a little bit this morning, getting some screenshots. Comic service, love it. It's really cool. It's really cool service. I had it years ago, um, and I haven't had it since then. And yeah, I just re-signed up for it today. Been reading up on Marvel Zombies. That's a good series. That's a good series. The first Marvel Zombies series, written by Robert Kirkman of Walking Dead fame. Yeah, Transition Maker, we did. We opened up 10 packs of the Sol Galeo packs. Got 2 new full art cards. Got the Comfey and the Pom Pom Oricorio. And then I got a whole bunch of new cards that I just needed because I haven't really opened any Sol Galeo packs yet. That's my sub count. Come on now. Yeah, 74% chance that we would have gotten it by now. We're definitely over odds. You're going to open up some TCGP? Sounds good. Yeah, we can do that, Shy Cornholio. Because that's got me interested. That's a big number. Is it, but Shy Cornholio, is it charm odds? Is it old game? Is it new game? What's the hunt? Hit me up with the details, because that's going to affect the odds. Oh, yeah, and what method, too? What method? If it's something like SOS's... Oh, Arctisol. Okay, so just a straight up odds. Straight up 1 in 40, 96. The guy, what's going on? It has been a while. How you been? $98.66. Oh my goodness. That is rough. Sir Ralph, what's going on? Somebody leave a like and luck before you start your haircuts. I hope you do all the good haircuts today. You made some milestones in gaming? Well, share them with me. What do you have going on? Shiny Mega Latios, that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping to get the Shiny Latios, and then we'll evolve it into Mega Latios after I get the Latiosite. Lieutenant Surge Double Star, very cool. I don't have that one. I have Brock and Misty and I want to say Koga? Hogo already skipped 2 Kangaskhan encounters for you? What the heck? That's not fair. What time is Mega Kangaskhan raid time? Wait, Shiny Cornholio, you got it? Are you saying that you got the Arctisol? Unbroken bit. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Oh my gosh, sub count is at 2079. We are now just 1 sub away from hitting the sub goal of the day of 2080. You got it last weekend. That's incredible, Cornholio. You probably told me, and I probably forgot because I already have a bad short-term memory. But when I'm streaming, it's even worse. So this might be old news for you, but I am feeling like it's new news for a second time, which makes it even more impressive. That's how I turned that around to a compliment. 2 to 5 local time. Okay, gotcha. It could be, Jerry. It could be. I am pretty late. Oh gosh, yeah, I would submit a claim too. That's terrible. That's a very annoying glitch. If you completed the raid and then it kicks you out of the app, that would be terrible. Could be Matthew. Maybe we all have pregnancy brain. Why isn't it shining yet? I did not expect my first soft reset hunt on stream in Alola to be over odds. That's not fair. RNG gods are not being nice to me. Is this payback for getting the shiny Mawile on check 24? Twenty two, you're calling it? Oh my gosh. I mean, I like all the twos. I don't know if I want it to go that long though. You'd rather go 3 times over odds on Ultra Wormhole Hunt than hit a call rate 6 mon exactly at odds? That's fair. I'll give you that, Matthew. But if I if I agree with you, then I won't be able to complain. Yes, Jerry. If we're talking about actual space, if we're talking about like geographically, yes, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are the largest Pokemon games because I am currently 5,000 plus light years away from where I started the game. Gotta go. Mighty Much gonna have a great rest of your day. We went from traveling around space to being stuck in one city in ZA. How about it? I'm just happy, and it's kind of funny to say this, but you know that it crossed everyone's mind. I'm just happy after seeing the gameplay footage of Legends EA um that Lumio City is bigger in ZA than it was in X and Y. Because I know I was not the only one that was thinking it might be the same size. 1 in 1365. 1 in 1365. So we just crossed over the threshold of 500 over odds. See, Jerry thought it. Jerry was like, dang, I can roller skate around Lumio City in like 3 minutes. How tiny is this game going to be? Those roller skates in X and Y, my goodness. I understand the thought process behind including those, but man, were they annoying. Constantly, like going too far or going indoors I didn't mean to go in. Constantly accidentally resetting a Poke Radar hunt because I used the control pad instead of the joystick. X and Y are the only games you never finished. Well, what's stopping you? Get it done. Ooh, time to destroy the infected brood mother. Good luck on that, Tyler. Not sure what to expect from ZA. Time will tell. I expect that we'll be able to catch and battle Pokemon, and I expect to be able to parkour off of buildings. Wish you could take them off. Exactly. Because it's so much easier to use the control pad than the joystick on the 3DS. But there were so many downsides to it. Doing Dracovish now, I hope you get a lot faster than you got the Arctozolt. You expect to be able to play and explore the game. Someone silly, I'm with you. And good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you had a great week. R plus control stick or something to put on rollerblades. Yeah, do it like a key item. You know what I mean? Like do a combination between like the key items you could register and like the riding Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Like some sort of combo there. Where you could take them on and off. 1,700 checks so far? Okay, alright. Not too bad. Shiny Cornelio, how many fossils are you checking per reset? When I was hunting for my Arctovish, I was doing, I think 60. I think it was 60 checks per reset. Should be easier than usual, and that's thanks to a glitch in the game with one of the mutations called Shocking Dismissal. Normally you block, it activates, and deals big damage for one hit, but it lasts until the timer goes away now. Ah, nice. Rayquaza EX battle destroyed you at 2-shot in EX and a 1-stage Pokemon, so it won. Oh my goodness. 90. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm proud of you. You got a good little cache of fossils there. I saw somebody in I think it was Chemstream the other day talking about how they were doing a fossil hunt and they had one fossil they were checking, and my heart cried for that person, imagining how much time was spent resetting the game. Latios is the red, Latios the blue. Rob H, you nailed it. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. But we're looking for that yellow Latios right now. We want that yellow, beautiful, shiny one that will then mega evolve into the green one. There's a lot of colors going on with these two. Ding, ding, ding. You got it, Rob. I bug Matthew constantly all week long in DMs asking Pokemon Go questions. He is the smartest person alive. Latios female, Latios male. That's right. You like my setup? Well, thank you, Rob. I like your name. I like your name. I like the H in your name, and I like your energy. Smart until you're not. That's true. There was one time that Matthew did something not very smart. So when I asked him if he wanted to be a mod, and he said yes. Had since birth. That's good. That's good. I got nothing. That's a perfect comeback. I have nothing to say to that, Rob. Well played. Still paying the price. Yes, you are. Please shiny right now, Degai. I'm hoping so. I'm ready for this one to be done and start the next one. You like that smirk? Thank you. I made it myself. Enjoying that shiny Mega Gengar up top. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just like the coolest thing ever? I love that the Pokemon Center made shiny Mega Gengar. Easiest way to remember is that Red Latias ends in AS, which also stands for Alpha Sapphire, which is the blue game. That's true. Chem Nation. That is the easiest way to remember. You're so smart, Chem. Brilliant. I have oh my gosh, the sub count just hit 2080. We just hit our sub goal for the day. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Um, I have note cards with people's names and phone numbers on them, and they're color coded to remind me of what I should and should not talk about. So, like, if it's color coded red, it's telling me like stop, do not mention his family. And if it's green, it's like go ahead and not talk about this thing. And that reminds me of what Chem Nation is saying here. It's just a good way to jog the memory to remember things. Remembering that Latias is red because Latias ends in AS, which is Alpha Sapphire, which is the blue game. Yeah, hatched a full odd shiny Crabrawler last night. Good job. Yeah, I would love for regular Gengar to be that white. That one right there. I would love for that to be the same color that the regular shiny Gengar has. Right off the bat, you got for politics, religion, and money. Always a good start. Yes, yes. I remember back in my college days when we would go to the bar, my group of friends and I. There was a rule that if we were hanging out at the local watering hole, the local tavern, there were three topics that were not to be discussed: politics, religion, and other dudes' girlfriends. They could not be discussed. You got a full-on shiny neat arena. Congratulations. It's a good shiny. How did I get that license plate? I went to the DMV. That is an actual license plate registered with the Department of Motor Vehicles in the state of Georgia from years and years ago. It's what's also known as a vanity plate. That would have been early 2000s, over 20 years ago. Yep, Department of Motor Vehicles. What's my favorite Pokemon? This little guy right here. Also right here, Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's just beautiful. Also, right here on the cover of Time magazine from 1999. Wait, Matthew, I'm learning so much from you today. I've seen that. I've seen that in chats before, and I always assumed it was a typo. What does the B stand for? With the Osh in front, it looks like it says Hifty. It does kind of. Now it looks like it could say Heedy. Bureau. Okay, Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I learn so much from you every day, Matthew. Can you just be like my personal tutor on life? You couldn't spell bureau? It's a tough word. A lot of vowels. I need to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles. I need to get my real ID. Bureau. Bureau. That real ID crap is a scam. I heard that, at least in my state, I don't know if it's different in other states. In my state, it's basically the exact same thing as a regular license, except it's got a little star on it. In which case, I might just go buy stickers of stars. Need to renew your driver's license? You'll have to have them mail it. Ugh. Okay, that is what it is. It's just a star. What is the deadline? I know it's this month, but I don't know what the date is. Well, I guess it's a deadline like if you want to travel like on planes. So it's not like I just need to have it before the next time I fly. Just a weird gatekeep to keep people out of federal buildings. May 8th? Really? It's like next Friday or next Thursday? I gotta do that this week. I should do it before Mom gets here, because otherwise she's gonna be yelling at me. May 7th. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can also use your passport, but I also don't have my passport right at the moment. Um, I haven't left the country in. Oh God, that's depressing to think about. Um, well, no, wait. I went to the Bahamas in 2006, so that was 19 years ago. But I didn't have to use my passport to go to the Bahamas. But no, my passport expired in, it would have been probably 2008 at the very latest. No, had to have been 2004. Expired in 2004. Um, so I need to do that too. I have everything I need. I just need to actually do it. 1904 is, well, it was the count number. It's now 1907. Yes, 1907, now 1908 is the count. Yeah, the shiny Mega is green. It's the same as the shiny Latios as well. And Xenowena, welcome in. Xenowena, I need to introduce you to a channel regular named Gina Bina, because I would love to have Xenowena and Gina Bina here at the same time. Leaving the country next month. Where are you going? And I can't go, unfortunately. Worth under 50 to do it. Yeah, I need to do it. I just haven't yet. John Strecker, what's going on? Good to see you. Enjoy that coffee. You got your passport prior to getting to Italy for the military? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jamaica, baby. Nice. I'd like to go to Jamaica sometime. Nassau was a lot of fun in the Bahamas, but I'd like to go to Jamaica. Zena's the name of your dog? What kind of dog? Chat. I thought we talked about this. We already talked about this once. I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. We are in desperate need of another light goal again. Come on, guys. I'm just teasing you. You're all wonderful. It's more of me not realizing that we passed the light goal. Can we get a light goal for 50? It's a princess. Okay. You're seeing Thunderbolts tonight? Nice. Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever had the absolute honor and pleasure of pinning Chem Nation, but Chem, I just pinned you. John, I went and saw Thunderbolts last night. As a movie experience, I would give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. It was a good time. It was a good time. Two credit scenes, by the way. One mid credits, one post credits. Oh, Kira. Okay, so you're talking about like just a standard passport, not a military passport. Gotcha. No, Matthew, you cannot. You cannot. Unless he does something that deserves a timeout, which is entirely possible. I mean, it's Chem. You just have to wait. It'll happen. What we got going on here, Kiro? Kiro, your Audi sets up meetings that could have been an email. Come on, Kiro's Audi. No one likes that person. Why are we wasting half an hour in the conference room? This could have been handled in 2 minutes via an email. That's why he died 6 years ago, probably. Gina Bina, welcome back. Gina Bina, I want to introduce you to a new friend we just made, Xenowena. How many plushies do I have? It's funny. Someone asked me that earlier in the stream. I don't honestly know, but it's been a while since I've counted. But just looking, I would say, probably a little over 50. You're back for now. 45. You think I have 45? What's my Audi up to now? They look amazing. So do you. Must have been a nice, relaxing leg wash. It probably was. Eyeballing from what you see, and you don't even see the bottom shelf. There's another shelf underneath this. Like, I'll pan down a little for a second. See, there's a third shelf too. So maybe I'm underestimating. Maybe it's closer to 60. Hefty, your Audi uses all the clasps on a snapback hat. Gina, I think I'm having Indian for lunch today. You decided to do a face mask, so you have 15 minutes and when to return. Nice. What kind of face mask is it? Like, is it like a hockey face mask? Is it like a leather face mask? What kind of face mask are we talking about? Matthew, I'm proud of you. Hey, you're new here. Welcome in, Super 215. Hope you're having a great day. Rejuvenating face mask. Gotcha. Gotcha. So not goalie and not skin. You gotta be careful with that rejuvenating face mask, Gina. Use it too much, you look like a baby face. You're youthful enough as is. Daughter's awake, was hoping she'd sleep for another hour. I'm sorry, buddy. 13-hour work shift. Your calming voice will help you sleep at work. You know what? Not the first time someone said something like that, and I definitely take it as a compliment. I hope my voice puts everyone to sleep. Speaking of Leatherface, have I seen Texas Chainsaw Part 2? No, honestly, the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I've ever seen is the first one. I've seen it quite a few times, but never watched any of the others. I don't know. First one was cool. I respect it for what it is, for the history behind it, and it's a good watch. But it didn't really make me desire a sequel, if that makes sense. Lately, she's only been taking one nap instead of two. She'll be a bear. She doesn't get her second nap today. Uh-oh. Well, just put me next to her. Again, I'm sure my voice will just make her fall asleep right away. Leatherface walked so Art could run. Thank you for the reminder, Gina. And you're saying what reminder? So this is something that I've had in my head and I haven't verbalized or typed yet. For a ever since Terrifier 3 came out, or like right before Terrifier 3 came out, I was like, I really need to watch these movies. Everyone's talking about them. Everybody seems to like them. And so I would look up Terrifier, see where I could stream it, and at the time it was not available to stream. So I kind of just gave up on it. It is available to stream now, but I keep forgetting to watch it. So maybe I'll do that sometime this weekend. Is finally watch the first Terrifier. Uh, Not me jokingly picturing actual baby face when using a face mask and laughing to yourself. That's what was going on in my head, Kiro. You're not the only one. You're 30 and not and only a year ago did you learn that the shiny in red was a real thing. That's what I love about Pokemon, and especially the Pokemon community on YouTube, is I can think I know so much about stuff, and then I find out there's so much I didn't know, and I learned so much from other people. I'm going to be playing either Minecraft or Gran Turismo, so off I go now. I'll still be here, though. Team Silly blasting off again. Someone silly, always an absolute pleasure to have you here. Enjoy whichever game you end up picking. Both amazing choices, both a lot of fun. All of them are on Prime. You'll have to pay for the third one. I'm sure by the time I get to the third one, it will be streaming somewhere. Yeah, back then there's no YouTube. Exactly. Part 2 movie poster was a legit parody of The Breakfast Club. Oh, really? I would have to check that out. I would have to see that poster. That'd be pretty neat. Friend won a tie for their birthday last night, so that's what you had. And you get brunch for birthday number 2. Very nice. I do like Thai food a lot. We do have a Thai place here I've gone to quite a bit. They make really good stuff. I love a good drunken noodle. Do I like slashers? Yeah. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. When McDonald's gave out Pokemon toys with the balls, I do remember that super, and I hate to be that guy. I don't like it when I have to be this guy, but actually, it was at least in the United States, it was Burger King. But yeah, I do. Oh, you know what? I'm really glad you said that. I'll be right back. So this will be fun. So last weekend I was going through some stuff for a reason, and involved going through some old photos, and I found this photo from the fall of 1999. This is a picture of all the Burger King toys I had and a Halloween pumpkin that I arted. So there was all the Burger King toys that I had back in 99 and that Pikachu pumpkin that I made. How neat is that? That's in my dorm room back fall of 99. You were in Trinidad at the time. You threw the balls to the chickens. Nice. The Oddish is cursed. Yeah, he was a little squished. Unfortunately, I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have them all anymore, but I do still have the Geodude, and I have the Golem. I don't know why. I don't know why. Out of all of them, these are the only two that I have left. And you know I'm upset that I don't have the Poliwhirl anymore. Digimon versus Pokemon. For me personally, Pokemon. I never really got into Digimon. I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people that enjoy both. But when I lock into something, I lock into it, and it takes all my focus. And once I started playing Pokemon and enjoyed it, I was like, I don't care about anything else. This is it for me. As soon as you show up, you see Judith and Gollum. Are they from Berkeley? Yes, Zed. That's literally what we were just talking about. That's so funny that you immediately recognize that. I was just talking about how I found this photo the other day from '99 of all the Burger King Pokemon toys I had, and then I was just looking, and for some reason, the only ones I still have are the Geodude and Gollum. I don't know what happened to the rest. Pokemon game with the Dark Pokemon for N64 is your first Pokemon game. Okay, talking about Pokemon Coliseum. You have several, even Mewtwo. Nice. I also still have I have the Mewtwo Gold card that you could get from Burger King at the same time too. Wow, that's dusty. There's the Mewtwo Gold card, and here's the Poliwhirl Gold card. These are so cool. Just look at that. And here's the box it came in, the Poliwhirl. There's all 6 of them. Charizard, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Poliwhirl, Mewtwo, and Togepi. 23-karat gold-plated trading card. You have that collection in storage. I would like to eventually get the other 4. Do you have the Pokedex or the Pokeball at the screen? I do have the Pokedex. I don't show this one off too often. This is the Pokedex, the Tiger Pokedex, and it even still works, kind of. How cool is that? I gotta turn it on. Yeah, fun stuff. Do you think Poliwhirl can read? Oh yeah, Poliwhirl is an excellent reader, avid reader. That was a Charizard. That was a Pikachu. Favorite Jackie Chan movie? Might be one of the Drunken Masters, or might be Super Cop. I haven't seen a whole bunch of his Japanese stuff. I've seen a few movies. Why didn't they take the gold from Meowth's head? That's a good question. You could probably pick up quite a few potions for that. I deliver sarcasm effortlessly. When was I being sarcastic? Batman comes from McDonald's. I don't have any of those, but I did have. I don't have any more. Actually, I'm not sure if my parents still have them. I had, thank you very much, the entire glass cup set from the Flintstones movie from McDonald's. I wish I had a Batman cup. That sub count's now at 2082. Thank you guys so much. We just blew our sub goal out of the water. Was I into Spy Kids? I was not. That was a little bit after my time. Like in my life, I've found that I've gone through a few different phases when it came to. I don't know what the right term is. When I was a kid, I enjoyed kid stuff. When I was a teenager, I was still into some kid stuff, but felt I was too old for other things. When I was in college, I had a little bit of a regression and was like, you know what? I want to relive my youth from, 3 or 4 years prior. And then when I graduated college, I kind of stopped doing stuff for a while, and then as I got older, I went back and say, so I keep going back and forth between like I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I watched a lot of X-Men, Batman, Animaniacs. I didn't watch that stuff in college, but in college I started watching Pokemon, uh, Jackie Chan Adventures, and then when I graduated college, I started watching some other things like Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids, um, Kids Next Door, but I never watched SpongeBob until I was like in my mid 20s. So it had been out for probably 6 or 7 years at that point, because I felt I was too old for SpongeBob. It makes no sense. It's all complete arbitrary decisions made in my head. Um, yeah, age is a social construct. I completely agree. Ed, Ed and Eddie, that was a good one too. That was a good show. So like there's just like some very arbitrary reason why I choose to watch certain things and not watch other things because I consider something to be meant for a younger audience and other things I consider to be meant for a younger audience, but I can enjoy it as well. And then I like flip back and forth constantly. So that was a long rambling story to get around to the point of no, I never did watch the Spy Kids movies. Armor of God. I'll have to look that one up, Scrubbo. I haven't heard of that one. Forbidden Kingdom 2. I never saw Forbidden Kingdom 1. Life has many doors, Ed boy. I also watched the cartoon Jimmy Neutron for a hot minute. I had never heard of it. In fact, I can't remember which came first, whether it was the movie or the show. But I saw the movie in the theaters with my parents. We thought it'd be a fun little family movie to go see, and we all enjoyed it. And I started watching the show on Nickelodeon for a bit, not for too long though. And then I never thought about it again for a very long time until this past week when it got brought up in another friend's stream, and I just had like the biggest like nostalgia bomb. Um, and I was reminded of the character Bulby, who had a great song and dance. I remember when the Nintendo DS first came out, you had to convince yourself it was better than a PSP because your mom couldn't afford it. My opinion, DS was better than PSP. I have both. PSP had better graphics, obviously, but I had a lot more fun playing on the DS. It is. That's why, Gina. That's why. Real Monsters is top five. Real Monsters was really good. Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats, Hey Arnold. Yes, those are good ones as well. Hey Arnold came like towards the end of my Nicktoons period. I saw probably the first two seasons of Hey Arnold, but yeah, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, and Rugrats I watched from the beginning through probably 96, 97. DS was just the best it was. What's my shirt say? It's a Game of Thrones shirt. It's House Targaryen. House Targaryen with the seven-headed dragon. Fire and Blood. Show called Mask. Yes. Ooh, super. I do remember Mask. I remember that from when I was a kid, and I had one of the toys. It was, oh man, we're going way back. It was some sort of like monster truck thing with a little alien that rode in it. I remember Rugrats episode where Stu was making chocolate pudding at like 2 in the morning. He's like, because my life is spiraling out of control and nothing's ever hit me harder as an adult. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Dragonflies. I don't remember that one. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Just helped your dad install a cat windowsill perch, and you've tested with your skinniest inside cat, it holds, and with their heaviest inside cat, it holds but creaks. Uh oh, not the creak. Not the creak. Hey, I just wanted to check 1970. We're getting very close to birth years. Getting very close to birth years. Remember Beetleborgs? I remember Beetleborgs. I didn't watch Beetleborgs. That was like one of those like when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out, I felt I was a little too old to watch that, and then all the similar shows that came out afterwards, like Beetleborgs, Kamen Rider, oh, there's another one. There's another one. Yeah, I never really watched any of those. But I mean, I know what you're talking about. I'd always see the commercials for it and everything, and when I would babysit kids. Beetleborgs and Power Rangers was on a lot. It's the only reason I ever watched Barney as well. One more about a football team who had fell in nuclear waste. I don't remember that one. What's the other Power Rangers-ish one I'm thinking of that came out around that time? It's Kamen Rider, PJs. No. Give me a second. This is not what I was thinking it was going to be. Master Rider, Common Rider, yeah. VR Troopers. That was the other one I was thinking of. VR Troopers. I used to see the commercials for that one all the time too. Welcome back, Dragonic. Street Sharks. Yeah, Street Sharks was there's a whole bunch of like Ninja Turtles inspired shows that came out, shows and toy lines that came out, which were really cool. Street Sharks, Samurai Pizza Cats, Battletoads, um, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Anybody remember that one? Another banger episode is when they're having the garage sale. The kids kept moving stuff outside and up selling everything, including the furniture. Oh my gosh. Skinniest inside cat is a male cat named Nala, and our heaviest inside cat is a female cat named Dobby. Both very sweet. Still need to test it with your other inside cats, one male and two female. Beast Wars, that was cool. Yeah, not Voltron. I mean, Voltron obviously pops in my head when I think of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I think it's more the other way around. I feel like Voltron inspired Power Rangers. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Kurt, hilarious movie and underrated cartoon. Thundercats was great. Yeah. Beast Wars was called Beasties in Canada. Beast Wars' name was deemed too inappropriate. I gotcha. Mutant League. Okay, I don't remember that one super. I'll have to look that one up. Project Yoshi, what's going on? Good to see ya. Not shiny. All right, here we go. Check 1980. It has to be shiny on check 1980. It's just the law. If it doesn't shine, then this Latius is breaking the law. Not shiny. It broke the law. Dang it. Beasties. Yeah, no, Tyler, I read them. I read them, Tyler. Yeah, Nala and Dobby. 1983. That's a good number. We're all old. We are definitely on the downslope. Oh, no worries, Tyler. Yeah, I like the names though. Old but young at heart. That's right. Lion-O or He-Man? I gotta give it to He-Man, but I think Lion-O would put up a good fight. I also think that Lion-O has a higher chance of fighting dirty. The Borrowers. That's with the little rat people with the tails that live in the walls. Am I thinking of the right thing? It's rainy. It hasn't rained in a while. It's funny you say that because I just noticed. I think the sun's trying to peek out outside, so that makes me happy. They didn't have tails. They were tiny people, though? Okay. I thought they had tails. I thought they were like little rat people. Wish they made a darker Pokemon that follows the actual lore about Pokemon, more like a Pokemon survival. That'd be pretty neat. Other female cat is Dobby's sister named Pikachu. Other male cat is a gray cat named Mischief. Rightly named, I bet. Cats can be very mischievous. All right, here we go. Check number 1987, which is probably the most regular, unimportant number ever. Gnosis kidnapping kids. That would be pretty crazy. Oh. All right, let's go. Wow, says Kim. Oh, hi, Kim. Nice to see you. Pokemon horror movie Darkrai, be like Frederick Krueger. That'd be pretty crazy. Everyone born in 1987 unsubbed. All one of them. Imagine being that old and watching a Pokemon channel. 1990, here we go. Not shiny. I will accept 1994. That is the arguably the greatest year in television and movie history. Is that the bite of 87? Could have been. Year 95, nice. Good year. Good year. Like the tire. Or the blimp. Not shiny. '93, baby. Here's 93. Not shiny. 2000, the awkward transition of technology. I remember New Year's Eve, 99 into 2000, and wondering if the world was going to explode. And it didn't. All that happened is some dude ended up getting like thousands of dollars in late fees from Blockbuster. SCP is like Pokemon in real life if SCP was real. Okay. You could see that. 95, not shiny. You were in a church for New Year's Y2K. I guess your parents were paranoid as well. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't paranoid. I was hanging out with a whole bunch of friends at a friend's house. We were 19, 20 years old, unsupervised. It was a it was a good time. But when it was time to count down to midnight, we all went out on the deck and just looked over the city and said, "Okay, what's going to happen?" It's pretty crazy. 1994 is the year the romance movie Love Affair came out. Is that why you love 1994? Yes. Love Affair is the reason why I have a love affair with 94. I do miss Blockbuster as well. My Y2K is year 2012. 2012 was pretty crazy too. '2000, not shiny. Did I watch the X Files? Yes, I watched seasons 1 through, because that started in what, 93, I think? The X Files started in 93 or 92. Um, I would have watched probably the first 5 seasons, basically up through 97, right? No, 98. Whatever season ended in spring of 98, that was probably the last season I watched. Yep, yep, Jerry is correct. Jerry is correct. We are getting very close to getting past the birth years. Once we get to 2007, birth years are over. I love renting games to test them out before buying them officially. I did too. I did too. And a list of places to go for your report card. Krispy Kreme, one free donut for each, one free cookie for each A at Sherland Company, one free day rental at Hollywood Video. That's so cool. I didn't get any of that. If I got a good report card, Hefty Dad would say, "Congratulations, you can stay here for another quarter." I want to say it was right about the time that you know what, Scrubbo? I might have ended my initial watch with the first X-Files movie. And it wasn't like I consciously decided to stop watching. I just think that was the last thing I watched. Because like right after that, I would have gone to college, and when I was in college, there were like no primetime shows I kept up with. I kept up with Saturday morning cartoons, and that was about it. Greatest game of all time was Pinball on Windows XP. I remember that. Space Cadet. Um, until my senior year. Senior year, I started watching Boston Public, the Osbournes, and well, we watched South Park throughout college too. But Boston Public, the Osbournes, and 24 was like the must-watch shows my senior year of college. Jerry Mom would say, "Congrats, that's what you should be getting. Why should I reward you?" Right? And it's that sort of reinforcement that led to Jerry still being in college when he's 31 years old. One thing to say about the IBM's theme is that phases 2 and 3 are the best parts. Phase 1 is the same theme as the Hedge Brood Mother, aka the easiest boss in the game. Infection makes IBM the worst. Infection makes IBM the worst. Infection also makes IBS the worst. That's it. I don't know if you're saying that's it, like I'm correct, or that. Oh, nope, that's it. I'm taking my ball and going home. Okay, it's a frustrated. That's it. I thought we were on the same page. All right, you're home. Welcome home, Jerry. You and your brother would duke it out in the video game War of the Monsters on PS2. Best console you ever owned. PS2 was a good console. I had a lot of fun playing PS2. I used to have a lot of fun hunting for shiny Latias too. Until we had 2,000 checks. What the heck? We're on our way to double odds. Can you believe it? Can I get a Can I get an exclamation point charm odds? I gotta be getting close to 80%. 77. I'm gonna say 77%. War of the Monsters was amazing. Your brother stopped playing Goldeneye with you? God, I miss Goldeneye. Jerry, I'm assuming, Jerry, that you did that on purpose. Yep, 77%. 77% right on the button. Man, sometimes I'm good. Not often, but sometimes. Average view duration 4 minutes 20 seconds. That's crazy. While playing Grand Theft Auto, I had to hide subject matter from your mom, though. She walked in, you pretend it's a racing game. Kiro! Kiro, I'm seriously starting to get worried about you. Your Audi has seen the great beyond. I mean, it makes sense because 3 times now your Audi has died 6 years ago. You lost friends over Goldeneye? Nice was a time to be alive? Yes, it was. Infection makes the IBM the hardest boss to deal with. The reason, well, phase 1, you fight the spider while it's still alive. Phase 2, the spider's dead, but infection's alive. In phase 3, it's done with you. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel like I'm gonna have to do like a wellness check on Kiro every day. Return still nothing. Nothing yet, German aviator. Nothing yet. Fist fights over Mario Party? Yep, that could happen. I played Mario Party with a bunch of friends once. And it happened to be friends from YouTube, and it happened to be live streamed. And I almost I almost took out my frustration on a young child. I almost bodied a 4-year-old. Literally, each phase is an HP bar of its own. Each time you reach the next phase, the HP bar is even longer. Dang. Here we go. 2021. Not shiny. Finally got the Kanga after 18 raids. Congratulations, Slowpoke. And Amory just got a shiny Wimpod. That's awesome. This morning, I got a shiny Swablu in my backyard. And then I sent a picture of it to Kem. The sodium levels are too high whenever you get your star or coin stolen from Bowser. Oh my gosh. One out of 10 odds on the Kangaskhan today? Interesting. I might actually try and go for some. Matthew, are you going to go for it? Star Swap earned so many rage quits, right? You already have it? Okay. How'd you get? Because region locked. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm so glad you said that, Slowpoke. I did not put two and two together. I do need to get at least one to transfer to home. Remember McDonald's pizza? I don't personally, like, I'm aware of it. But either either I just flat out don't remember it, or where I lived, they didn't have it. But I do know that was a thing. Was it good pizza? The say hi button feels more like the is this still available button on Facebook Marketplace, right? I'll take your word for that. You need to empty your Pokemon storage on Go. It's almost full. Yeah, mine's getting pretty close to being topped out. I might actually have to buy more storage. So movements become less spider-like with each phase you beat. It's not an easy boss, but it's way easier when you have the correct gear to slow them down. Fresh toenail scimitar and the giddy goop trinket to slow it down. Nice. Pogo Home Decks, John, I still have a bunch of things that I need to evolve that I transferred into home, but I think I'm at around 760. McDonald's spaghetti, no, I don't remember spaghetti at all. I heard it was pretty good, just too tough to meet demand. Yeah, I would imagine that would slow things down. You don't pay for storage, so you suffer with the 1050 Pokemon limit. Oof, I'm sorry, Amory. Mermaid Mia, hello, welcome on in. My thing is, most of the Pokemon in is from when you were hunting for shiny Necrozma. No way. Tier below Pizza Hut, couldn't order it from the drive-thru, had to go inside. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I understand that. Yeah, probably not gonna be like zooming in and out of there with the pizza. 98% max attack XXL Riolu and 98% max Tinka Tink so far. Matthew, please tell them to stop doing collection challenges for like based on eggs. I don't like that. Yeah, I do the same thing as Slowpoke. I will occasionally, like maybe twice, 3 times a year, actually drop like $5 in the game just so I can buy more Pokemon storage space. That and the Go Fest tickets are basically the only times that I spend any money. Fresh being the path you take, because it's weak to fresh. It's not a specific weapon because it has an ability to slow down. The Giddy Goop Trinket slows its attack speed and movement speed. Okay, with the final hit of your 3-hit combo, nice. Collection challenges for 2-kilometer eggs only, true. I need to get one of them egg shakers though, Matthew. I just hatched a 12-kilometer egg yesterday. They had a freaking Vullaby in it. And I put that egg in an incubator about 2 weeks ago. I waited 2 weeks for a Vullaby. Cutie Nimble are full odds, but Mom's like Wimpod and 1 in 128. I'll have to check the Wimpods. I do need Wimpod. I'm still super excited I got that full odds Nimble. I would love a second one. And I don't think I have Cutie at all. GTA 6 was massively delayed. Yeah, May 26, 2026 is the date that they announced, right? That's what we're looking at. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that game for a long time. Could have been closer to 2 hours. 2 hours would be better than 2 weeks, yes. Surprise trade the extra Necrozmas in one of the Switch games. That'd be cool, Kiro. I used to do that a lot. Before I started streaming, I used to surprise trade a lot of stuff that I didn't need. By that time, you won 50 to 200 USD. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I've been saying, like, in theory, I'm okay with this concept that Nintendo's rolling out about variable price games based off of the amount of content and the amount of time spent creating the game. I understand that as long as it goes, both ways, right? Like, I'm all about smaller games costing like 20, $30. That's cool. I think that's a good idea. What concerns me about is whether or not Mario Kart World is like the limit. Mario Kart World looks like a really fun game. I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm really looking forward to checking out the open world aspect of it. However, I would not by any means or stretch the imagination say that Mario Kart World is going to be like a huge game. Like, I'm talking like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, GTA 6, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim type game. And if that is $80, what are the big games going to be? I'm hoping that 80 is a cap. There'll probably be other $80 games, but I don't believe it'll be that way very often. I hope not. Um, but like, for example, it makes me nervous that the Switch 2 version of Tears of the Kingdom is $80. They've been playing the Oblivion remaster and it's so good. So they just like shadow dropped that, right? Isn't that what I understood? Like no one knew it was coming, and then boom, one day it's just there on Steam. Just found two apples at home. Glad they're still. Yeah, Matthew, I was so happy about that because it was the last day of the Applin event, and I still needed 3 more Applins because I needed 5 for Go and I needed 3 for home, right? No, I had 4. I had 4, so I needed 4 more Applins. I had 5 for Go. I needed 5 for Go and 3 for home. And I was running around like crazy, and I finally got a 5th one. And I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. This will have to do. No, I got 6. I got 6. I ended up getting 6. So I transferred 3 into home so I could register Applin, Flapple, Appleton, Diplin, and Hydrapple. And I kept 3 in Pokemon Go and figured, all right, I mean, they're not even talking about Diplin and Hydrapple at this point. I'm sure before those come out, I'll be able to get Applins again. And so I was like, all right, that's fine. I got 3. And then the next day I woke up and there was an apple in my backyard, and I was like, nice. So I ended up getting the other 2 Applins I needed. So yeah, I'm very happy the apples are still spawning. They did a direct and then they dropped it. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's still like that's crazy. Like, hey, by the way, this game that you love has been remastered and is coming out in 5 minutes. That's pretty awesome. Hundo Applin, and you already evolved it into Flapple. Should you tell him? Oh no, don't tell him. Don't tell him, Matthew. Don't be mean. Yeah, same here. Same here, Slowpoke. I see more apples now than I did during the event. You want to get Oblivion? You might try it. I am kind of curious myself. You want to see a surprise trade challenge where you would surprise trade a cop Pokemon before a gym and whatever you receive would become part of the team unless it was a repeat? That's a cool idea, Kiro. I might steal that someday. Hydrapple's probably going to be a menace in GBL. Probably so. We are just one like away from our like goal. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, I would appreciate it if you thought about maybe doing that. And I think we're going to take the number of checks today up to the sub count. So as of right now, we're going to take this up to 2082. However, if people continue to sub, we will increase the number of checks we do. With all the changes they made, it feels like a completely new game to you now. That's really cool. I'm sure that's a really nice feeling. Also releasing hack Pokemon from the site prize trades and trade out something else. That's fair. Doing a good job. Doing the Lord's work there, Kiro. Cleaning out the GTS. Level 50 Hydrapple, max CP of 3656. Is that bad? Matthew, sometimes I wonder if you know just like how little I understand about Pokemon Go and how much I depend on you for everything. Not great. Okay. I think I have two Pokemon with the CP over 4,000. One is a Slacking, and I think the other one is maybe a Tyranitar. $600 Xbox system now. You'll just keep playing on your toaster because it's awesome Xbox. There you go. Most Master League mods have CP in the 4K. Oh, wow. Shiny Hydrapple is awesome, Kiro. Beautiful shiny. You deleted your Slacking because it annoyed you that it was the highest CP mod. Yeah, it's the highest CP mod, but I never put it in gyms. Because it's the worst attacker. Coasters are more powerful than the Switch too. Some of them can be. What a great design overall. Stats so slow, but design-wise it's so good, right? You have a shiny Hydrapple and you'll never let them go. Me either. Alright, let's get this shiny. We got 20 checks left to get the shiny. I had a really good feeling about today, but it might have just been gas. You're out. Alright, Matthew, have a great rest of your day, bud. Thanks for being here. Best Golden Hydro Boy, the best there ever was. Shiny. Dun, 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 dun. When is this thing going to show up? Mega Shiny Latios is a green, Randy. It is indeed. Latios and Latios are both green when they're Mega Shinies. They got the whole rainbow covered with between Latios and Latios. You got red, you got blue, you got yellow, you got indigo, you got green, you got purple. John, I went last night. Had a lot of fun. Drank too much cherry vanilla Pepsi and had to use the bathroom twice. How do I like it? I thought it was pretty good. As far as a movie, I would give it probably like a 7.5 out of 10. As far as a comic book adaptation, I'd place it pretty low because it wasn't too much of an adaptation of anything. But no, it was a good movie. Really like the normal Latias, shiny, super majestic. I agree, Randy. I totally agree. Meet up with a pet sitter next week to watch your fur balls since the next week will be sent somewhere for work and can't watch them. I'm sure they're going to miss you so much, Kiro. I'm looking forward to going to the comic book shop in about 20 minutes for free comic book day. Don't forget, everybody, today is free comic book day, at least in the US. Stop by your local comic book shop. There will be a selection of comic books you can pick up for 100% absolutely free. Be a little mad, but I'm sure they'll forgive you. Oh, of course they will. They love you too much. Let's just say if you see a golden Latias, you're going to scream a goal and wake up your whole neighborhood. I might do that too. Comic Book Day reminds you of the Big Bang Theory. Free Comic Book Day is a great day. It's also a great way to support your local business. Free is the best price. That's right. Dinner and a movie tonight. Got your reservations at a local Greek restaurant. Nice. Watching Thunderbolts afterwards. Sounds like a good date night. Five checks left. Let's see if we can get some last minute magic, some buzzer beater luck. Not shiny. You know how many comic shops there? The only one that was in the mall that closed? Dang, that's too bad. Kiro, thank you for the shiny luck. Slowpoke, I would love to have you back again in the future. I will be here same time tomorrow. Same tomorrow. 3-hour stream starting 3 hours ago tomorrow. So I guess that would be 21 hours. Wow, I say it that way. It's like a long time until my next stream. I'll be streaming again in 21 hours. All right, here we go. Last check of the stream. But before that, we got some thank yous to mention. First and foremost, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers we got today, bringing us well past our sub goal of the day. I'd also like to thank Shiny Cornholio for the 17 months of membership, Evie Queen for the 21 months, Kiro for the 2 months, Hassan for the 21 months, Lily for the 2 months, and Brooke for the 18 months. I'd also like to thank all my incredible mods that do an incredible mod job modding the modifications of the mods. Mermaid Mia coming in at the right at the end with the 5 months of membership. Excellent stream, Hefty. Thank you so much, Mermaid Mia. And also, thank you to TNR Edits for coming in here for the last check of the stream. And thank you to everyone for keeping me company today, listening to me ramble on about stuff. Thank you for the 51 likes. We hit the like goal. And thank you to Kiro for the $10. Made me holler in my mind. Let's get some hype for Kiro. All right, let's do this last check, and then we will be back again tomorrow. If this does not shine, continuing to hunt for the Latias. If this does shine, we'll be back tomorrow hunting for the Latios. Let's see what we got here. Thank you, Big Cheese. Is it shiny? It is not. So we will be back tomorrow with the Latias. Thanks so much for keeping me company today. You guys are incredible. You smell very nice today. But see you again tomorrow. Do me a favor and do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you for the new sub. Wait, actually, I said it. I said that we were going to keep going on the encounters until we hit the sub goal, or the sub count. That means we got one more sub to do, or one more count. I don't know what I'm saying. Rob H, thank you for the sub. This encounter is because of you. Is this going to be shiny? It is not, but it was a good attempt. Got me all flustered, all excited. Rob, thank you for subbing. Guys, do something, blah, blah, blah. No other reason. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.